Good morning, brothers and sisters. Have you started chatting with the Lord yet? Have you told the Lord you love Him? I remember during the history of the church, there was a man always asked the Lord to have mercy and grace on a sinner like him. According to the record, he said this statement over 100 to 200 times every day. He have experienced God right by repeating this statement. The statement which he made may not be quite right, but still he can experience God. Though his saying was not very good, but it was helpful to his spirit. Brothers and sisters, have you told the Lord you love Him for over 100 or 200 times? I believe if you told the Lord you love Him over 100 or 200 times, I'm sure your spirit shall be in a high place. If you say it to the Lord, I love you from your heart many times a day. Wow, I don't know how great you can be. There is one thing I'm sure is that the more time we spend to interact with the Lord, the stronger our spirit we will have. Together with the truth, which is according to the Bible, we can enjoy His presence even more. Brothers and sisters, it is not difficult to live closely with the Lord, but we may want something different, and we don't have time to come before Him. What we want is some fresh feeling, but not the love from the ancients of days. If we are not enjoying the Lord, whom He has loved us since eternity, but just depends on those fresh feelings, brothers and sisters, this is the wrong concept or thinking. It is already so precious if you only say to the Lord, I love you, and you have enough time to interact with Him. I hope you will have many expressions thinking of love to the Lord. May we experience Him deeply and walk with Him throughout the day. May the Lord bless you. The verses I'd like to share with you today is in Psalms 133, verse 1. And it says like this: Behold, how good and pleasant it is when brothers dwell in unity. It's talking about the Israelites gathered together for the festivals. They would go up to Jerusalem, which is in a mountain, for the great day. And it also called a song of ascents. They dwell together and come together to the Lord. It is so precious in the eyes of God, and He called it good and pleasant. He is referred as the church, the brothers and sisters. There's one thing which is quite important, is that brothers and sisters dwell together and come together before the Lord and experience Him, worshiping Him. The interaction of our spirit is not from the activities, it's not from eating and drinking together, not from going outing or playing the games. The greatest blessing from God to us is that when we come together before God, brothers and sisters, hope our spirit can come closely is because we come together before the Lord, but no other things externally. We can only maintain the relationship with the activities we do outwardly, but we all can experience the closeness when we come together to draw near to the Lord, and when we are close to Him. Our hearts will be close to each other, admire each other, treasure each other. Brothers and sisters, Let us value what God values on, which is in this household. Hope we come together before the Lord. I'd like to tell you a story. There is a boy who was the only child in the family. Later on, his mother gave birth to a little brother. The age gap is 9 years. Initially, the big brother has more toys and he will play with his little one. But later on, he feels annoyed for the little brother who cried at night. The elder one needs to give way to the little one. And when the younger brothers learn how to walk, he bumps into here and there. His parents take good care of this little fellow more. And when the old brother reached the high school, the teacher asked the students to do an artwork called Happiness. Then he drew the painting for the whole family on their back and went out for vacation. He drew his little brother in a blur image because he thinks that his brother is his burden. He felt he would be much happier if this little brother is not exist in this world. He hung the painting for drying. But when he come home, he find his desk was all in a mess. The worst thing is that his little brother has added something on his painting. He really goes mad and want to punish his brother. And when he looked at the painting, his brother wrote something on it. He put down, "I like my brother." And he had a hand on himself and holding his big brother's hand. His anger of the big brother has gone, and he looked at the painting again. It is perfect match to the theme happiness. What is happiness? It is parenting love towards the children, and the children love each other. Brothers and sisters, we should live in this kind of love and happiness. God loves us very much and gave us this household. To live out this happiness, need our contribution to make this household full of warmth. To love those who are in need. To love those who are around you. Don't think that brothers and sisters is a burden. They're your family members. They're truly your brothers and sisters. This family cannot miss out any single one of you. Hope we also treasure this household. Happiness is not far away. God has given us the greatest happiness. God has lived in this household. What God wants most is this household and how precious that we belongs in here. May the Lord bless you and me. May we love this household very much.